What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be going over how to do Yoshi clipping. I'm going to try to cover like every type of Yoshi clip you can do to get out of bounds or stuff like that. So yeah. I guess we could start with the most basic one. This is the one you'll see like a lot of people do in 120 shines, for example. Is you can clip at this fruit stand here by running into this pole. And to do that, you have to be at like a kind of like a 45 here. Oh, I messed it up. You have to have like a pretty steep angle. And this is used for lily pad. And you can just like walk on the bottom of the ground like this. It's pretty simple. Just make sure you have enough of an angle, but not too much. Because if you have too much of an angle, you'll just like stop against the wall like this. You have to like, as soon as you can basically start running, you can do it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Anyway, that's for that one. And the one I like way more for either 96 or 120 is you can come from this way. Like you can come from unlocking Yoshi, and you can actually clip here on the beach by dismounting and remounting. And I'll just show you that real quick and then explain it. So that's basically what it looks like. Now I'll explain how to do it. So you want to find the seam here, and make sure when you're across the seam and you dismount Yoshi, you're not splashing. Because if you are splashing here, then Yoshi will despawn as soon as you get off of him. But basically you want to be right on the seam here, and you want to get off of Yoshi. And you want to quickly ground pound. You could either jump here, or you can hover and ground pound onto Yoshi from down the slope. Like that. Yeah, that's how that works. I'll show you how it looks from the 120 side. So basically it'll be over here. Like in a normal 120 round, not with like Jelly Skip 2 or anything. Like you come over here, you'd get this blue coin, right? Then you'd go over here. Be like down here somewhere. And you do the same thing. You just go over to lily pad. So these clips are basically just for lily pad, but the same type of Yoshi clip is useful in other spots. Like in bingo or whatever. You want to like swag out. Another Yoshi clip you can do is to eat the pineapple here. And actually you can do a Yoshi clip here if you like line up like with these bricks, and you can like ground pound here, and you can just like go down here. But you kind of have to be careful if you're doing that, because there's a lot of jumping here before you can like start going up to the surface. Like you want to make sure like these coins are out of sight, and then you can jump up like that. Okay, so another Yoshi clip you can do that you'll see people doing like 120 shines in hundreds is to like get coins here and come up here like this. And what you can basically do on JP, this is only JP where you can do this because they changed how Yoshi dismounts on US and PAL. But you can basically dismount through this ceiling. You just have to make sure you're up against it like that. As long as you're like at the top, you can just like dismount Yoshi and get through. And that's also useful in Rico 8, depending on it's like for like all episodes, like that's used sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that same clip in Rico 8. So you want to get Yoshi with Durian and get over here. Any way to get over here is fine, it's not really that important. And what you want to do is you want to get up here and then spin jump underneath the platform there and dismount, just as you saw before. So as soon as you hit the top, dismount, grab the shine. Okay, so now I'm on NTSC-U, the US version of the game. And in this version, I can show you the other way to Yoshi clip. Like, the one thing I will say is if like you're on this version, the way Mario dismounts Yoshi for like the normal clipping method is a little bit different. Like, he dismounts way back here instead of like straight up. That's the main difference between the versions. Just he dismounts way backwards. So if you're gonna do the clip here, you kind of have to... I don't know, if you're doing it the normal way, it's not really any different. Because you can like move. But you saw me do earlier the way where you just like do it immediately out of a backflip. So if you want to do it that way, you're gonna have to like hold forward. Kind of awkward. But the cool thing about NTSC-U and PAL with the backward dismount is that you can actually insta-clip on these slopes like this. And that's done with what's called an infinite flutter input. So basically, if you dismount and then ground pound the next frame, you can like flutter up infinitely. Like that. It's kind of hard, let me show it better. Like that, but you can just keep on going up. Okay, so what you want to do for this is walk along the beach until you see this line here. Basically right here, there's a line. You want to line up Mario directly with the line. And you can insta-clip that way. Another clip you can do is the same insta-clip that you saw on the beach, but you can actually set it up right here. And you just basically do the input. Like on the edge of the slope here. And you can just go through. And like before, you want to make sure you're not touching the ground for too long. And then at the right time, you can get up here. Okay, so another Yoshi clip you can do after eating the pineapple to get to Lily Pad is you can actually clip into this building. Just like into the roof. And you don't have to dismount Yoshi or anything. What I do is I use these squares in a diagonal. Like starting from this line here, going to this dark square right here. And what I'll do is I'll jump toward the square and spin jump. And then you hold back a little bit so you don't clip back in bounds, and you're over here. And like before, you want to triple jump once you see the coins here. And that's pretty much how that clip works. Now that last clip through the building, just like the clips through the ground, it works on both versions. So yeah, well there you go. I hope you've learned how to Yoshi clip, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. Catch y'all later.